How much money do you actually need to retire? It is a question many people are asking themselves, and as global tensions wreak havoc on the economy, it's worth developing a plan to set yourself up for financial freedom.
That's the advice from Ravi Sharma, Australia's #1 real estate YouTuber and author of Get Filthy Rich with Real Estate. Now, regardless of your age, he's full of great advice on the small steps you can take right now for a more comfortable future.
And Ravi joins us live in the studio. Hi, Ravi. Nice to see you.
Good to see you guys.
It's a big question, but how much money do you need to retire?
It's a hard question to answer because everyone's lifestyle's a little different. And if you've been brought up in Sydney, it's very expensive. But there's often people leaving Sydney and living in Bali. So that number does change. But I'm going to say it's more than $1 million, and that could be quite scary.
Yeah, OK. Now, you're passionate about getting people towards financial freedom. Got to start with workers in their early part of their career, right? What should they be doing now?
If you're in your 20s and 30s, most people get told you just go out there and you build, wealth and, you try and increase your income in the one job that you have. But I would go on to say you need to figure out what you like, figure out those skills and really develop them. And what you'll find is in your later years, you'll end up doing something you absolutely love and you won't really seek retirement from that life. But it is very important that we start investing early as well, because we want to be in the market for as long as possible, and that compounds over time.
And when you say start investing, do you mean trying to buy property, or do you mean investing in the share market? What do you mean?
Well, I like to think of it like an investing muscle. Just like we wouldn't go to the gym and lift 200 kilos on your first day, you probably want to go in and, test the waters, and that might be a lower barrier to entry, maybe shares, ETFs and things like that, eventually getting yourself onto the property ladder as well, because we know there's barriers there.
Yeah.
And what about people mid-career, 40s and 50s?
That's when you're going to have to start thinking about where your debt is, where, what type of assets you've got, and what sort of structures you have as well. And that's where talking to a mortgage broker and accountant is so important, because now you need to be efficient with your taxes, but also using that debt, leveraging it the right way to get as many assets as possible to plan out for retirement.
And that's like track your net worth regularly. That's like, don't stick your head in the sand. Actually have a look at what you've got. And is it working enough for you, right?
Yeah, correct. Yeah. I mean, so many people just don't want to have that conversation. They avoid it. Yeah. They also don't sit there and, want to have that conversation with their partner. And it's really vital now you do that, because you have more choice. You're a bit healthier in your 40s than you are maybe in your 60s and 70s. So you can still make a change.
What about people like me, my age, right? 60 plus, might see retirement in the not too distant future. What should we be doing now?
Well, it's also very important that we, don't stick our head in the sand. We need to really figure out, are our assets growth assets or more income producing assets? Because what you realise is at that point, you're probably going to let go of work at some point, and you want things or assets in your, portfolio to give you that income to retire, comfortably.
So cars and motorbikes and stuff, no good. Is that what you're saying?
Well, whatever you want, but at the end of the day...
As long as they're going up in value.
Exactly.
I mean, say it's my wife.
That's okay. You can buy the motorbike business, and then you could run tours around Sydney. Buy one of those ones with the sidecar.
Yes.
Larry's Tours. And then it's like
Larry's
you get the
Tours.
motorbike and it's an income producing...
Larry's Tours, come on down. I've got a big beard going on. I love that. I love that for an extra...
You're welcome.
I love that. And for an extra $20, you get to see my Logies tattoo. It's a day out.
No. You'd have to pay them. No, you'd have to pay them. Do you want to see here? I'll offer you a discount if you see.
Just trying to feed my family, Kylie.
How about dipping into super to get into the property market? Like dipping into super? What's your thought?
Yeah, it's a very grey area. Some people really need it because they need shelter to live, but at the same time, it's when are you accessing your super? It's for savings at the end of the day, and sometimes we need that later in life because we like to enjoy life a little too much in our earlier years. So. It's almost forced there to have a comfortable retirement.
Huge few weeks on the markets. Crazy stuff. Are there steps we should be taking to protect our finances from what's happening globally, or is it just too unpredictable and you just hang on tight? I think that's a lot of good advice.
Well, look, the smartest people in the world don't even know what's going on. The most common person, maybe listening to this show, even including myself, where all you need to do is stick to your plans, be fluid with which direction the market goes in, always have that emergency fund. And if you're in the market, don't panic sell. Never buy or sell on emotions. So stay in the game for as long as possible.
See, all that advice about just keeping an eye on things, making sure you know where you're up to. Perhaps don't look at your super last week, next week, week after. Just maybe
Yeah, there's a saying, it's called touch the grass. So that's where you shut off the computers, go outside, enjoy nature, enjoy life, and come back in 2 weeks and you've probably realised that not much has changed. It's gone down, it's gone back up.
Okay, all right.
We've been trying to convince the crew not to touch the grass, and you're saying touch the grass. Okay. Ravi, thank you, mate. And if you're interested in investing in my new business, Larry's Trike Tours, Larry's Trike and Tat Tours, get in early, mate.
Yeah, well, we'll work on the name and we'll figure something out.
I think the name's fine. I think the name's fine. Larry's Trike and Tat Tours. Can you imagine? Like, I'm in front of you, right?
I did imagine it was my idea.
I'm riding here like this and you're behind in the trike.
Yeah.
And then at some point, I offer you the option of tapping $20 on my little machine for the Tat Tour.
I'd swipe.
And then I go...
Swipe.
I get up for... Swipe. And you just go like that and I go, tat, tat, and then I sit down.
Tap the tat, swipe.
Tap the tat, swipe. I like this.
I wonder what the VIP tour looks like.
Sorry, Ravi, I'm going to count you out of the investing because I'm going to fund it myself. I think it's a good idea.
Ravi Sharma's book, Get Filthy Rich with Real Estate, is out now. Thank you, Ravi. Sorry we subjected you to that.
Tap the swipe is right. I love it.